Hello, my name is Randy Miller. This is rmwraps, and today I'm going to be showing you the vintage gas pump refrigerator wraps. Mr. Warren ordered a full wrap and for his refrigerator, and it's the old-fashioned. What you're seeing right here is the old-fashioned pumps. I like old-fashioned, unique design pumps. And I'm just going to walk you through the days that when I get the orders, and every order is custom sized to fit your refrigerator or door wraps or mini fridge wraps or anything like that, or any subject. So I'm just going to show you the ins and outs of what I do. I work in Photoshop and Illustrator, and also starting to get into more of the 3D designs programs and stuff like that. But let's get to it. So when I get an order, the customer orders on the website, the rmwraps.com. This is actually the vintage one. And when you order, make sure you give the measurements. For instance, if it's a two-door, you can get the height and the width of each door. So on this one right here, the width is 28.5 for the front. Also, the top and bottom, or height is 23 inches high. Also, on the bottom is 43 inches high. And almost every refrigerator, it has a different size. And when you're doing a full wrap, when you measure the size, don't measure the door itself, but measure the body itself. So it's perfectly, I want it perfectly lined up. Other than that, when I order, most of the prints are, or actually all the prints are in air release vinyl. Most of them are matte sheen. Some are in gloss, depending on what style it is. So if it's a brand new looking shiny style, we do, of course, gloss. You'll get a squeegee and a knife and everything. But let's get to it. So the customer ordered this. Let's get rid of that guy right there. Okay, so the first thing I do, I make sure it is 28 and a half right there. And everything you see right here is in layers. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Oops. Let's get right to it. So I just want to make sure. There it goes. Everything is nice and tight. And where the blue lines are at, that tells me where the edges of the door is. And if you want, I can actually, where it says this blank cell, sometimes the customer asks me if I can put down, 30 cents or $1.59 or something like that, or add whatever name you want to add on there. And it doesn't take that long to do. So I'll just do that. Okay, there's a stripe right here, so that's, let's see, it's 23 inches. Okay. And the door is actually 2 3/4 inch thick. So right now I'm measuring the height of each door, and then I'll go back and do my fine tuning. 43.1, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The measurements, I always like to double check everything. So 20, and this actually is in Australia. The customer is so. In Australia, usually it's about $50 to ship to Australia. Just to let you know. And usually when I get an order, or when we get orders, we do the design. If it's something different, like we need to add a name or picture or anything like that, we take a screenshot before we actually print it out to make sure that's what the customer wants. Okay. Like I said, everything's in layers. Okay, so just want to make sure that's 3. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a little. Oh, let's just push it. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit more because this right here you're seeing is the top part of the refrigerator, and I want to make sure it goes all the way to the seal. That wraps all the way to the seal. I want it to make it look like it's actually built on there. Every once in a while someone asks me if I do magnets, and no, I don't. I don't like magnets. It doesn't make it look real. It looks like it's a magnet. That's funny. You guys can't see the layers that I'm working on. So I have like a lot of layers on this thing. Let's see. Come on. Oh. There it goes. If you got any comments or questions, comment down below. I always like comments and everything. If you got any projects that you're looking to do, contact me at rmwraps@gmail.com. I can help you with that. The fun thing is always trying to find all the layers that you need to make this work. Okay, let me do this real quick. On every order that I do, the top part doesn't need it, but what I do is I add a what's called installing marks or installation marks. Those are 2 black little, or I try to camouflage as much as possible, but that indicates the corners of the doors. So you pull the backing down and past the dots, and then when you install the wrap, it is perfectly lined up and down, left to right. No more guessing. You just quick and easy. The top part, it's pretty. You just go from corner to corner. So it's pretty So I need to stretch this out a little bit more. I want the customer to have a little more play in the vinyl, especially on top, so it wraps all the way around. Okay. So I do put a lot of love in the product. There it goes. Okay. Okay, so this customer is actually going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prints. So 2 front, of course the sides, and the top. Okay, I think that is done. Just want to make sure everything looks good. Okay, another thing what I do, right about there. What I try to do is I match that, I guess, black stripe for the sides. So 19.35 down from this top. Okay, the reason why I want to do that, I'll show you real quick. Actually, let's get that. I leave a little bit extra on the bottom. Okay. We're going to save that. I think it's K. Oh, JW. I usually make it its own folder on the Google Drive. I use Google Drive all the time. I can share it. Front. Right now I'm saving it as a PDF file. The file actually is true to the size, 180 dpi file. You don't need anything bigger than that. I think you can probably go a little lower than 180, but it still looks great. Okay, now for the sides, with heat. Let's see, where's the sides at? Oh, 22.5. Okay. And I always leave about an inch. Always leave about an inch on top, so they can play around with it up and down and move it around to align this black bar. I need to fix it real quick. Okay. Okay, so like I measured the front of the wrap. I want to go to 19.35. There. Okay. Now this is going to actually line up to the front. Okay. Come on. What's the height? 30. Where are you? 36. 65 3/4. Okay, that's how high it is. And by 22.5. I always add about 2 inches. 2 inches on both sides. So it goes around the back. Also goes into, well, the front, but just the front of the body. It doesn't go on the door. It just goes to the front of the body. So when you close the door, you don't see a white spot or a black spot or the main colored fridge. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to trim that guy down. See this guy. On this one, I don't need to put any marks on it. They can actually adjust it. It's not too hard. I'm just saving it right now. It's in its own little file. It's saved as a PDF file. Okay, now for the top. This is the top. And I just want to make sure about an inch. And you can go over and then cut the excess off. I don't like to get tight. So when you install it, you can just cut the excess off. It's just a lot safer, I guess you call it. Okay, 22. 22.5. So I'll go 2 inches over. About there. The width, oops, the width is 28. Half. Okay. Okay, I gotta shrink this guy down to make it fit. Save its top. Okay, that is basically it. So if you like this guy right here, you can actually go to the top right hand corner for the cards if you have a top and everything. Also, I have how-to videos on how to wrap them. You should see all that on the description down below, but also on the cards on top of the thingy right now. But if you have any other project you don't see on the website and you get some ideas, you can contact me down there, or down there, there, right there. And you can go to rmwraps.com. You can contact me at rmwraps@gmail.com or phone call me 208-696-1180 and kind of go from there. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe to me if you like this. Give me a thumbs up. Say anything that you like or don't like about this video. Any communication is great. If you're like a super duper Photoshop guy and you think, hey, maybe you can use this tool or you can use this or whatever, let me know. I'm totally open about everything. But again, thank you for watching.